This is tip number 36, and it's to go with another person when you're attending a professional association or other event where you're feeling awkward or concerned about interacting with others. The idea is to bring with you a wingman or wingwoman who, when you, for example, introduce yourself and someone asks you what you do, the other person can interject and say, Carol's just being modest. She was actually in charge of a fundraiser which raised over $2 million because of the corporate matching grants that she arranged, or something else that's appropriate within that context. But the idea is that your wingman or wingwoman will be saying something about you that you would never say about yourself in that kind of situation. Tip number 37 is for introverts who have strong writing skills. And this is a way to network using your writing skills. And I want to give credit for this idea to Ari Kaplan of Ari Kaplan Advisors. And the idea is to go to a professional association in your field. Most of them have newsletters. Ask them if you could get an interview with an expert in the field, would they publish it? Most likely they'll say yes. Then you go to the expert and say, I'm representing XYZ Professional Association and I wanted to know if I could do an interview with you for their newsletter. And most likely that expert will say, yes, that's fine. So then you can meet and have an interaction with the person around something that has nothing to do with your job search, and periodically stay in touch with them. Definitely connect with them on LinkedIn, send them an article of interest, and at some point, if you think it's appropriate, then you could connect with them and ask them something related to your job search. So that's a great way to use your writing skills to network. Tip number 38 is to make sure you're doing the right math when you're figuring out when to return to work, whether you've been laid off or whether you took an intentional career break. And this is mostly for people who took career breaks for childcare reasons or find themselves in a childcare role after a layoff. Assuming you have a significant other and you have young kids, if you are trying to decide whether to go back to work and you're thinking, I don't even know if the salary I'll make is going to cover the cost of daycare for my kids, so why should I even go back to work? That's not the right math. The right math is to think about your combined projected income with your significant other and then weigh the child care costs against that, not whether your salary is making up for the incremental amount of the child care costs. And then the other thing to think about is, even if this is a break-even proposition at the beginning, you are making an investment in the more profitable years to come. Tip number 39 is how to address your career break in an interview when your career break is for childcare reasons. Here's what you say. The interviewer is, wow, tell me about this 8-year career break. And you say, yes, I took a career break to care for my children, and now I can't wait to get back to work. In fact, the reason I'm so excited about this role is because when I worked at Company X, we face very similar customer challenges. Let me tell you about one of them. And then go into an anecdote that you've practiced that is relevant to that role. Tip number 40 is how to address your career break in an interview when you took the career break for health reasons. You do not owe an interviewer or anyone else a lot of personal information about your health situation. So when asked about your career break, if the interviewer says, wow, tell me about this career break, you can say, I took a career break for family health reasons, which are now resolved, and now I can't wait to get back to work. In fact, the reason I'm so excited about this particular position is because when I worked for Company A, we faced very similar customer challenges. Let me tell you about one of them. So you are addressing that career break, and then you're immediately going into why you're the best person for the job. Tip number 41 is how to respond in an interview when someone says, you seem really overqualified for this role. The important thing here is you have to educate the person and keep in mind that they may dismiss what you have to say out of hand, or they might not have thought of it before. So here's what you say. It may seem to you like I'm overqualified for this role, but I intentionally sought this role out because my priority is to deliver excellent results to my employer while I manage my life outside of work, and I'm confident at this level I can do both.